between teleseminars and webinars?
Teleseminars versus webinars. I get a lot of questions on this confusing topic. What is a teleseminar versus a webinar? And is it better to do a teleseminar or is it better to do a webinar? So I'm just going to explain the difference between the two. So a teleseminar is just a phone conference. It's you on one end of the phone and hopefully a lot of other people on the other end of the phone. Teleseminars are great because you can really leverage your time. Think about like having 300 people on a teleconference versus having to have, a bunch of 1 hour free consultations with all of them, right? 300 hours versus 1 hour. You figure that one out. So that's the great thing about a teleseminar. The other great thing about a teleseminar is that you can record it and people can download it and take it with them and listen later, or they can listen over and over. They can listen at the gym. They can listen while exercising, while cooking dinner, while driving the kids to school, in their pajamas, wherever, from the safety and comfort of their own personal spaces. So that's a teleseminar. It's just phone and your content and other people. Webinars, on the other hand, are conferences using technology, but then you have a visual component added in. So there's something like the equivalent of a PowerPoint. Most of the time it is PowerPoint or a screencast, so you can give visual demonstrations. Now webinars are really useful because when you're explaining a complicated topic, you can have the visuals to go along with it, and sometimes that's really helpful. The downside to a webinar is that people can't really take it with them to, say, the gym. You can listen to it from multiple computers, from, your vacation house, right? Everyone has a vacation house, right? No, from, you can listen to it wherever you have a computer. The only thing is you have to have a computer. Now, the good news about that is today with like iPhones and iPads and, smartphones and stuff like that, you can watch a webinar from almost anywhere as long as you have Wi-Fi. So that's good. So webinars are becoming more like versatile and you can sort of take them with you other places. So basically, to sum it all up, the difference is teleseminar is just the phone, and webinar you have the visual component added in. It's you on one end of the phone and hopefully like thousands of other people on the other end. Or 10 or 20, depending on how many people love you. No, okay. Not a lot of listeners on the other end listening to all the awesome things you have to say and the wind blowing. Can you hear that? I messed that up. That was a good intro.